we can do it on the fly, would provide the conforming health insurance, necessary health insurance provisions for those two MMB negotiated plans.
For the two that we didn't pass?
Correct. It's SER 4, Mr. Chair, and we would need to amend it with Mr. Hubinger's help in order to, I think, take the MnSCU portion out since that was already approved.
Mr. Chair and members, I think the SER 4 was distributed earlier.
Okay, you want to visit with the committee for a minute, Representative Trzaskowski, on what your resolution does?
Mr. Chair, what it would do, and I would strike item C from the SER 4 because that has already been approved as part of what was just approved with the MnSCU
strike that
contract.
C from this.
And what that would do then with that stricken, Mr. Chair, is that it would provide for both the managerial plan and the commissioner's plan the same conforming CGIP provisions that were in the 6 union contracts and were also in the MnSCU compensation plan, and I think we're also probably included in the proposal for both the managerial plan and the compensation plan that failed. So we would have full conformance with health care, so there's not a chink in the armor and it goes forward and everything works. See, even Republicans try to make things work, Mr. Chair.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair. I just don't have enough information. Usually when you have a negotiated agreement, you are negotiating insurance side and benefits side in terms of, vacation time and raises and those kinds of things. I've never seen this committee interfere in the actual negotiation of a contract, and so I don't know if both sides are saying we want this to be adopted or if one side is saying yes and the other side is saying no. So are we going to take some testimony on the implication of what this would do?
Mr. Chair, I think Mr. Hubinger could clear that up.
Well, it's a policy. Yes, you can.
Because these are not negotiated. These are, I don't believe they're negotiated. Mr. Hubinger?
Mr. Hubinger.
Mr. Chair and members, as Representative Trzaskowski indicated, these are two compensation plans for employees who are unrepresented, and are plans that are established by MnSCU for these two groups of employees. The subcommittee has amended these plans in the past.
Mr. Chair.
Representative Hillstrom.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Do we have a representative from both, from the groups to say that they would like us to do this or not like us to do this? Or, I don't know, does somebody just look at the other contracts and say, I think this is fair and no one signs off on it but us? Or I just don't, without someone speaking, I don't know.
A very, very brief testimony on this from the both sides. I don't know if it's Ms. Cordes, I don't know if you're the one you could visit with us too, I guess. But
thank you, Mr. Chair and members.
Side.
They are unrepresented plans. Excuse me, Representative Hillstrom. So we don't have individual representatives from the plans here today to talk about passage. We do at MMB jointly bargain the insurance package. It's extremely important, we believe, that they be conforming. We do have a situation where the plans have not received an affirmative approval. It would be extremely costly to create a separate plan, which is what we would have to do in order to, if we did not put the managers and commissioners plan employees into the new insurance arrangement for 2016. It's also something that actually, because it is a more expensive plan for the employer, the one that we have this year, it's actually something that could have an impact on premiums going forward as well. We also know, of course, that the legislature will take this matter up, and we probably would have a terrific administrative burden running two side-by-side plans for a short period of time in the event the legislature takes different action. There are other impacts to not having conforming insurance for our commissioner and commissioner's plan and managerial plan employees. If the committee would like additional detail, I can certainly have Ms. Sonier provide more information, but I don't want to take up more time than is needed.
So it's a Representative Gunnar.
Thank you, Mr. So you would like something like this to pass, correct?
That's what I'm hearing.
Mr. Chair, Representative, again, it would be very costly and administratively burdensome. We would actually have to create two different side-by-side plans. The state has never done that before. It would require programming and coding, hiring a contractor to come in and help us set it up in time for first-of-the-year implementation. So we do think that we should have a conforming insurance plan across all employee groups.
Further discussion on Goskowski's motion to take A and B on the insurance side of it. Okay, you've got the resolution in front of you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion prevails. The spirit of compromise.